Hello everyone, this is the ROG Ally, and as you can see, I have already installed a lot of games, but that is not the point today. What I'm gonna do right now is actually to shut down this machine, and I want to see how fixable it is and also how simple it is to disassemble everything and get access to the joystick and all of the other components. So let's begin. Now if we look at the screws used on the ROG Ally, we can see it's just a standard Phillips screw, which is really nice, and the silver color top also matches with the white color ROG Ally as well. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws, so let's get unscrewing. Okay, so now 5 screws are out, and this one is actually a captive screw that helps you push the back panel away from the main body, so you cannot actually unscrew the whole thing, but you can unscrew it halfway like this. And then if we make it pop it a bit more, then you can see it actually helps us to separate the body here. Not sure if you can see it, but that's how it works. It seems like they are ROG laptops. So let's open it up. And before I forget, I want to quickly highlight the length of the screw. All of them are the same, even though they are at the corner, the middle, or the top or bottom. It's surprisingly long for a console like this, but at least ROG kept all of the screw lengths consistent, which I truly appreciate, so you don't have to worry about getting it all mixed up, so that's good. And now I got the back panel separated. It's surprisingly easy, by the way. And there are no ribbon cables connected to this part of the ROG Ally, which is fantastic. And here we have the vents for the fan, and if you want to clean it, you can do so if you want to. And here we got direct access to a lot of components. So this is, let me see, the SSD. It is right here. So surprisingly, ROG used the M.2 2230 SSD size for the ROG Ally, even though I do think that they have enough space for an M.2 2242, which is this SSD that we have. Let me just show you. And here is the M.2 2242, which is slightly longer than the M.2 2230 found in the ROG Ally. I did see one of the pictures is that we can take out these two cables to access the joysticks, which is on the other side of this daughter board right here. So let's get unscrewing again. And now I'll put the ROG Ally aside, and we also got the thumbstick cover out as well. Not sure how long this will last because the one on my Xbox controller has already started to flake off the sides, but I think this is using the standard Xbox controller joystick cap size, so if you wanna switch it to another one, then you can. You just have to disassemble it yourself, and we'll leave that aside for now. So the joystick daughter board assembly is rather simple. The vibration motor is soldered on, and we have two screws that hold in the joystick onto the daughter board right here. And also this joystick connects via a ribbon cable onto the daughter board. Rather simple in terms of assembly, so let me just try to take out the joystick for you to get a better idea of how this thing works. I'm not sure what kind of joystick assembly this is. I'm not sure what's the name. I mean, yeah, it has a ribbon cable sticking out of it here, and that's how this joystick actually looks like. And we will assemble it back again and take a look at the other side of the joystick, which I think is using the same assembly anyway, so let's just skip ahead. And for the left joystick, this is a bit more complicated. You got yet another ribbon cable here. Not really a big deal. Oh no, there's another one more ribbon cable here. Again, not really a big deal, so let's get dismantling. Okay, there we go. The entire thing is out, and the assembly is, well, the same actually. So the vibration motor is soldered onto the daughter board, joystick right here connected via two screws and then connected via a ribbon cable. Nothing on the back except for this button here, which is actually for the back pedal, the M1 and M2 buttons on the ROG Ally. And that's about it. So that is the entire disassembly. If you want to change the joysticks yourself, the SSD is located right here. Pretty simple to disassemble if you wanna ask me. And the battery connector is right here. I should have disconnected it before I started disconnecting anything else. And yeah, eventually if you want to reapply your thermal paste and whatnot, then you just unscrew the heatsink, which is located right here. Clean the fans right here. All the screws are actually rather accessible, I think. And if you want to remove the battery, then it's actually quite simple too. You got one screw, two screws, and I think the entire battery assembly is also rather simple to take out. So in terms of accessibility and repairability, I would say to get into the SSD is really simple. You just take out the back panel, and then you can lift off this piece of insulator here and take out the SSD. And the battery is also rather simple to access. But the joystick, this particular joystick, yeah, I did realize that the RGB for the, you know, the ring around the joystick, that RGB lighting, the connectivity is different between the two joysticks. So for the right joystick, it has a rather difficult to connect ribbon cable, which is on the other side of this daughter board here. So that's all we have to share with you in terms of how you can disassemble and then swap out the joysticks yourself. Overall, real simple. If you got a screwdriver like me, then you can pretty much do it yourself. Recommended for you to have a tweezer as well because of all the ribbon cables and whatnot. And our review of the ROG Ally will come soon, but we will also do something special with this machine. So do subscribe and we will see you guys in the next video.